Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you what I do with leftover mashed potatoes. I'm going to fry some potato croquettes. My mom used to make them years ago and I haven't had them in a while, and I don't think my husband has, so I'm going to go ahead and make them. It looks like about 2 cups of leftover mashed potatoes from the holiday. I've got some breadcrumbs. They're seasoned. I've got a little bit left of, this is the expensive Parmesan Reggiano cheese. And I'm going to use the Romano to go with it. I've got 2 eggs. This has to come to room temperature. That's what's been taking so long. I've been sitting here all day. I forgot to take them out. And I'm going to try and put some little pieces of cheese. This is mild cheddar. They're in little cubes, but I'm going to cut them again. And these have to be breaded and fried. So I've got 2 extra bowls here. I'm going to use the egg whites to dip. I'm going to put the yolks in the potatoes. And then I'm going to put the breadcrumbs in here and then fry them in oil. So I'm going to get everything set up and then show you guys how to do this. It should be really quick. And also they can be great for appetizers if you want to do it for Super Bowl coming up or any holiday, or if you just got leftover mashed potatoes, something really good to eat. So I'm going to put you on pause and get everything set up, and I'll be right back. Okay everyone, so what I got here is the potatoes. And I'm just going to go ahead and add the last of this Parmesan Reggiano cheese in here. I don't even know how much it is. This is kind of an eyeball thing, you know, I don't really measure. And this is the Parmesan cheese, Romano Parmesan cheese. I'm going to shake quite a bit in there. And I'm going to use the egg yolks. I'm going to dip them in the egg whites. So what you do here, I'm going to do it old school and crack these and see. Perfect. Okay, that's 1 egg yolk. And these are large eggs. The recipe calls for large eggs. I don't know if I may have to crack some more eggs and save the yolks for something else. And then you dump those in there like that, and then this you have to mix up, and you want it room temperature. And you can't use spuds. If you use the fake mashed potatoes, the ones out the box, this will not work. They'll have too much moisture. And if you put a lot of cream and butter and milk in your homemade mashed potatoes, it will be very difficult to make these into balls. So this is kind of loose. I'm going to go ahead and add more cheese to it and see if I can get this to tighten up a little bit, because you really want it tighter than this. And then for here, I'm going to use, you could use panko. I do have the panko also, but I'm going to use the Progressive seasoned crumbs to roll these in, just for added flavor. Just mixed in, because you want this kind of tight when you make these into little balls to fry. And I'm going to be using vegetable oil from the disclaimer. Once this is gone, I'm going to switch over to canola, try and use something more healthy than vegetable oil. So that's my plan. So I'm going to get this mixed up, and I'm going to put you on pause and I'll be right back. Okay, I ended up adding a lot more of the cheese to this because it needs to be kind of taut and thick like this. And I've started rolling a couple, so I'll show you how you do these. I got my oil heating, and I could use a scoop to measure to make them perfect size, but I really don't care. I got a little bitty piece of cheese, and I'm sticking it in there like that. And these, I guess, should be like golf ball size. And then I'm just rolling them like this and trying to get them kind of the same size and setting them up like that. And some of them I'm just going to do plain. You know, I like to have a little surprise element because technically these are just plain. But if I had bacon, I thought I did. I don't. I was going to put some bacon in the middle of some of these because I know my husband would like that. So yeah, you just go ahead and make these into little balls. And if you have, this is just cheddar cheese, whoops, and drop that down in there like that. And then roll it. Make sure it's covered. Because last thing you want is for it to come out in the oil. So as you see, it's pretty Pretty easy. Good thing to do with leftover mashed potatoes. They are the bomb. Normally I would add chives to these, but like I said, these are not just for me, and the green thing in there would probably disturb my husband a little bit, wondering what that was. And you know, I would rather add onion in here too, the chive onion type situation. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get a bunch of these rolled up. Got the heat, the oil getting warm, and I'm gonna show you guys I got my breading station. I've got my egg whites and my breadcrumbs, and I'm gonna dip them. And you wanna do these in batches. You don't wanna put a bunch of them in the oil at the same time, because it'll bring the temperature down. I do have a heat thermometer here in this drawer here. I don't think I'm going to be using it. I don't feel like cleaning it and all that stuff, but we'll see. Anyway, I'll put you on pause. I'll be right back. Okay, everyone, I'm gonna try and keep it separate. One hand wet, one hand dry. They're kind of big. This is the egg white mixture. I'm gonna dip them in here, then put them in here, and use the other hand to coat them. And these are seasoned Progresso, just plain breadcrumbs. I started to go with the panko, but then I changed my mind. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you how I bread these. Just in the egg whites. Try not to mess them up. Got little balls here, and get them coated, and then drop them in here, and cover them with the breadcrumbs. So you can see it. Get them pretty coated, pretty good. And you want to do these in batches. It looks like I got maybe, I don't know, I didn't count them. I'll count them later. But it's not a whole bunch of them. I thought I had more potatoes than I had, and I didn't want to throw them out. So I said I'll cook these up tonight, and when my husband gets home, he'll give them a try and see if he likes them. They're just potato balls, potato croquettes, mashed potatoes, cooked again. Now I would put onions, like I said, and chives. You know, I would season them up a little more, but since I'm using seasoned breadcrumbs, I'm hoping this will do the trick. And like I said, if your hands get a little taut when you're rolling these, I forgot to tell you, you want to put a little water on your hands and keep rolling. And then that'll keep them from being so tacky. So you kind of get the gist of this, how I'm doing this in the egg whites. I guess you could use egg yolks, but I put the yolk in the potato as a binder. So I'm gonna get these all breaded. I got my oil heating, and it should be at 350 is what they recommend for the recipe for frying these, but you know, your girl did not get the thermometer out, so we're gonna give it a go and see. And if it's too hot, they'll brown too fast. These need to cook like 3 to 5 minutes on each side, or roll them around. So I'm gonna put you on pause and get these all breaded and ready to go. I'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm back. The oil is hot, so I'm gonna see how these turn out to start frying the first one. Yikes. I'm only gonna put 5 in. Couldn't find my spider, so I'm using a spatula, and I see they're cooking really fast, so I'm gonna cut the heat down, because you just want these brown. The potatoes are already cooked, and I see, yeah, they're cooking really fast. Like this one is done. You don't want them too brown. Yeah, I'm gonna put you guys on pause and turn this heat down, because like I said, they're cooking way too fast, but that's okay. Like I said, everything's done. You're just kind of browning them over. So I'm gonna keep going. It does bring the temperature down when you fry it. You take some out and put some more in. I'm doing 5 at a time. I ended up making 14 of these. So obviously my temperature is higher than 350, but no big deal. I'm just going to keep moving these around so they don't get too brown. See, they turn out to be nice little balls. Taking them out, putting them on paper towel to catch the grease. See, it only take a couple minutes to do this. Great appetizer if you're having people over. Different little snack or a little side dish to go with your meal. You have leftover mashed potatoes, and as you see, I only have 3 left. So here, putting the last 3 in, letting those cook, and this is what they look like. You know, I got a great joke for you guys. I'm trying to make a bunch of appetizers for Super Bowl, so you may be watching this during Super Bowl week. Just some different things for you guys to do, and plus, like I said, if you have leftover mashed potatoes, I was going to throw them out. And then I remembered my mother used to always make potato pancakes back in when we were little in the 70s, and I always loved them with leftover mashed potatoes. So that's why I decided to make these little croquettes. Take that one out, flip that one over, cut the grease off, and see, they're pretty much done. So I'm going to go ahead and salt these. That one's not quite. Well, you should salt them after you take them out, so they say, after frying food. I want that to be done a little bit more, so I'm going to flip that over. Take this one out, put it on some paper towel, and as you see, completely cooked, and they didn't break apart. And I thought I was going to have to freeze them for a little while before I cooked them, but I didn't. They turned out pretty good just cooking them like this, and they're completely done. So I'm going to turn the camera around, get everything set up, tell you guys my joke. I'll be right back. Okay, they're done. What I'm going to do is take a little bit of sea salt and just throw over the top of them. Sea salt's pretty big, so it doesn't really stick very well, but that's okay. And I didn't put a lot of salt in the potatoes when I made them, but supposedly it's good to salt stuff when you're done. So there they are. These are, I'm gonna break a couple of them open, because all of them don't have cheese in them. Some of them I snuck and put a little piece of cheddar cheese in the middle. So let me show you. Hopefully I can grab one with some cheese, and if not, we'll just keep pulling. So here's one, and when you take it apart, of course, this one is just straight. It's got the Parmesan in there. These are the bomb, you guys. You gotta check them out. Now let's see. I wish I could find which ones had the cheese in them. That's my fault. I apologize, but a couple of these have a little cheddar cheese ball in the middle. And when I finish, I'll pull a lot of these apart and find one for you. So I'm gonna set these up for my picture and then tell you guys my joke. Okay, everyone, there they are. I lightly salted them with sea salt. And they're really crunchy on the outside. I've been nibbling on a couple of these. They're really, really good. I would suggest, yeah, definitely adding some chives or some onions. You can do your favorite dipping sauce, ranch dressing, or whatever you like, or just eat them plain. I think they're great as a side dish, just to have with whatever kind of meat. Different way to do potatoes if you don't want to throw them out. So I'm going to tell you my joke. 2 men were sitting at a bar on bar stools and on the second floor. One man turns to the other guy and says, "Watch this." The man proceeds to take a gulp of his drink, flies out the window and flies back in and sits down on the bar stool. The other man says, "Wow, how did you do that?" The first man said, "It's very easy, and you can do it too." The second man said, "Really?" He said, "Show me." The first man says, "You do it like this. You do it by taking a gulp of your drink, fly out the window, and then fly back in. Simple." The second man is so excited, so he takes a huge gulp of his drink, flies out the window, and falls straight to the ground. The bartender looks at the first man and says, "Superman, you're really mean when you're drunk." Just a little joke from my cousin Darren. He sends me jokes from time to time. I had to give him credit for that. They're usually sick, but that's my joke. These are fried potato croquettes. Give them a try. You might want to try these at, like I said, if you're having people over, or just as a different side dish, or just another way to not waste mashed potatoes if you have extra. I sprinkled a little parsley on top too for the picture. Thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe and share, and come back for the next one. Bye-bye. See the cheddar cheese on the inside? That's how it looks with the cheese. Just wanted you to see that. How the cheese melts in the mashed potatoes. I think you guys will really love these. Give them a try. God bless. Thanks for watching. And please come back for the next one. Have a good evening.